Okay, so I've never done a reaction before. React content. It's not really my normal MO. But my lovely sister, the Judgmental Critter, has requested that I react to the amazing digital circus. And I love my lovely sister, and so I thought, why the heck not? I don't know diddly about the amazing digital circus. I have seen Pomni. I know her name because of Sarah Spaceman. And there's like a purple rabbit and a guy whose teeth. That's all I know. That is the extent of my knowledge. So I'm gonna watch the pilot and see what happens. Let's rock and roll. Alright, hang on, pausing really quick. His animation is fascinating. So obviously, you know, he's teeth. And his eyes are in the teeth. And I feel like I am already distracted watching him talk. It's done well. Like he's doing all the mouth movements without just onto his teeth or anything. You know, he's not obstructing our view of his eyes. But I do feel like I'm gonna be focusing so much on that, while we proceed.
Just keep grabbing at it. That works for all of us.
Okay, I already don't like the rabbit. I don't like him. He feels like I don't know anything about Has-Been or Hell of a Boss. I don't like him. He feels like what I have seen of Has-Been and Hell of a Boss. I don't like the rabbit. He feels like a Vivzy Pop character.
Of the circus grounds first. Off we go.
And I've got more thoughts. The animation's really nice. It's really high quality animation. I'm wondering, is this supposed to be funny? That's gonna sound mean. I don't know, like her not being able to swear bit, and just the way how characters present lines. It feels like I'm supposed to be laughing, but nothing is funny. And it doesn't help that I'm still as lost as Pomni. Even more so, because she knows what she was doing before she showed up. And there's a part of me that I'm like, interested. I want to know, okay, where are we? What's up with this headset she put on? Stuff like that. But, I don't know, I feel like, well, I'm hoping that, you know, the rest of this pilot kind of makes me care a little bit more.
All sorts of other activities. These activities may include ball pits, mini golf, and more.
Okay, that one was a good joke. That was a good joke. This feels like the start of a video game. It feels like I should be playing a video game. They should make a video game.
Why can't I remember my name?
Okay, Pomni's kind of annoying. I don't like her. I don't like how they animate her either too much. Like, I don't know, this sequence here with her not being able to, you know, and it happened earlier when she, first got here and was swearing and was really wound up, but that was okay. You know, it was a pretty high intensity situation. And obviously Pomni is still clearly worried right now, but it's like she's over animated or something. You know? Okay, I was gonna slow down that audio to listen to him, but it was quite legible. He said that you're basically not allowed to. It's like how when you name like a Pokemon, basically, no naughty words. So cool. What headset? Pomni said that she put on a headset, but what was she doing? Did she buy a headset? You know, try out a new VR game? And now she's like, where am I? Or, like, was she just walking down the street and then she just found a headset and decided to slap it on her face? Like, why is she so confused when she had agency getting here? Maybe she can't remember everything beforehand, but I don't know.
What do you think of? You're right, terrible.
That was a good joke. I don't like him either. Kane is, I don't know, and he's clearly a lot, you know, on purpose. But he only exists at 10. Like, and, you know, we're fucking 6 minutes into the pilot, but he has just been this. His, like, this, like, I am yelling, and I am projecting all my lines, and I exist at this level of energy for all of things I do! And it's becoming tiresome, I suppose. Like, I want to see Kane here reel it in. I want to see more of Kane, and not just this, like, ring top archetype guy, forever, you know? It doesn't help that joke was not good. I really don't like him. He's annoying. The little mask guy in the background is cute, though.
Mentally stable and capable characters to be paired together. Come on, ladies. Let's...
I had the thought, I'm gonna describe this pilot so far as, like, the anti Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And maybe I'll extrapolate on that a little bit more. But keep that in mind. I don't understand why Pomni is so frightened. So upset. So she can't remember anything, but she can. She knows that she can't get the headset off. And so it's not like she's... Like, I kind of, you know, earlier alluded to her having amnesia, but actually no, nothing has implied that. She knows exactly what she did and what was happening up until she put on the headset, and now the only thing that she doesn't know is how to get it off, how to leave, whatever the amazing digital circus is. And it just feels like she's too deep in. Like, she's really spiraling for someone who, for all intents and purposes, can't find the menu button in a video game. And, like, nothing has implied that she's in danger. Oh, and yeah, Kane's like, you're here for forever now! But, like, I don't know, she's just hyper panicking way too hard. I feel like this would be more successful if she wasn't so panicky right now. Because, you know, the other characters are having these allusions to insanity. We just had a whole, like, monologue with Doll Girl here, about, like, you know, trying to do something that is unattainable will drive you crazy, hee hee hee. And then she, like, you know, all but, like, does, like, a wink and a twitch, because everything is really, really overt so far. And I just feel like Pomni is so, like, unwilling to engage with this world around her that I'm struggling to engage with this world around her. Like, I don't care. I don't care about her. I don't care about him. I don't care about the store they're about to go into. I'm like, okay, then Pomni, go find that exit door. You know, Kane showed you the overworld. Go there. Go explore. She's very unactive right now. And maybe she will become more active. But yeah, it's just her being held by the hand and dragged around so other characters can vaguely Tumblr crazy at her.
I understand. You don't want to.
This sequence is taking too long. I feel no threat of... The effect is cool of a girl here, like, glitching out, but Pomni just... for, like, 3 minutes, and I'm like, run? Do anything? Even here right now under attack, Pomni feels very unactive as a protagonist. Cool effect. Chess Guy is my favorite. It helps that also Chess Guy has kind of been the only one to, kind of like how I said with Kane, everyone is really, 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 really one note. And the King Guy, it has been so far the only one that, like, gets to have dimensions. You know, sometimes he's more loud, sometimes he's more quiet, and it makes his jokes land better, I think. I wonder if Jax is supposed to feel like Bugs Bunny. I'm wondering that, actually. He gives has-been character, but I'm actually wondering if he's supposed to be given that kind of classic Looney Tunes, sort of above it all. Yeah, you know, I'm just funny, and I'm laid back and leisurely, and I'm not taking anything too seriously. Like, I wonder if that's the goal?
I think it's a nest.
That was the best joke so far. That joke is gonna be the thing that makes me stick around. Holy shit. Okay, and I had noticed a mannequin on one of the doors, and I thought that was like an empty mannequin. Like, oh, a new character will show up and they'll take the place of the mannequin door. I didn't think he was going to be a jump scare. I am continually, I know I've been pretty harsh. I'm continually impressed with the animation, though. This animation's really nice. See, now suddenly I'm really interested. I'm glad that I figured, you know, you can't judge a pilot by the first 3 minutes. But this is interesting. It's giving Backrooms, it's giving Stanley's Parable, and now it feels like I've got meat on this mystery to solve.
He's first. No, wait, why would I say that?
That was another good joke. That poster back there. Hang on, there's a poster. There's a poster. Maybe it's the circus tent? Yeah, I definitely think that's the tent. Because only the tent was red and yellow like that. Okay, we're theory crafting. I need to change screens. I need to hang on. Why is the window like this? This is also a good moment to point out, like, there's that poster that I was ruminating on. So first, we have more art back here, which looks very MC Escher. Incredibly Escher-esque. Which, his work often had themes of reoccurrence, cycles. Things would transform out of one thing into another thing, and then transform back into the first thing. That might be a relevant theme. And Pomni is clearly, so this has to be her desk, right? We've got a headset, computer, but everything's all dilapidated. I wonder what's this shit over here. Looking like maybe a radio. Everything's pretty old tech. That's notable. These are old ass speakers. This is an old ass CRT kind of thick ass computer. This is 90s shit. And then the headset. And I think that's why Pomni starts to panic here. I think this is her office. I think she worked here. But now, it looks like it's been years, decades. Where is she? Why is everything like this? And then the theory crafting continues. She panics. And that was a very good voice line, by the way. And then she runs to CNA. And now maybe it's because we've already gotten a name in the Amazing Digital Circus. I think that means Cain and Abel. Of course, you see Cain, the Cain we know, tooth, mouth Cain, and you think, oh, cause a circus cane, like he's got a cane that he wields like a cool wand, basically. But I think it's Cain and Abel, which, you know, those are the, brothers. One killed the other. That means we're falling into some biblical things. That's interesting. I'm interested. There were a lot of eyes down there, implying other people have abstracted. What the fuck does that actually mean? That is some crummy looking food. And like, by design. Like, it looks like PlayStation 1 food. I was right. Well, I've come around to it. Starting off, I was obviously not all that impressed. I think it was probably a good idea that it did start so much. It started big and loud and in a way that I know kids would like. You know, this is the kind of stuff that is popular right now. And it doesn't waste too much time starting anything, which is good. I do think it's... And the pilots are basically always like this. I don't think I've ever seen a pilot that is perfect front to back, outside of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Like how I alluded to earlier, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared's first episode is, it's like 4 minutes long, maximum. And it doesn't establish anything. And so it's sort of the antithesis to Amazing Digital Circus, and that Digital Circus establishes all of its characters and a lot of different elements of the world, versus Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which is like, names of characters, you don't need to fucking worry. Here's the premise. And it just jumps straight into the premise. And I'm glad that Digital Circus did kind of pick it up in a little bit. Not all the jokes land, I'm gonna call it. While it was definitely funny, more jokes flopped than landed. So, you know, he says he's got eyes that see everything. Then how did he not know that everyone was in danger? Or maybe he did and he didn't care. I don't know. I want to see what this most played section is here. Oh, the moon. The moon trying to flirt with him. But now I'm wondering if actually the moon was gonna spoil stuff. Because, I don't know, Kane obviously can't be trusted. He's clearly the bad guy. So yeah, the first half is pretty but once things start happening, it really picks it up. So, I'm interested. And again, the animation's really nice. So, quite frankly, I think I'm gonna jump straight into the second episode, because I was just that dang interested. Let's take a gander at these credits. Let's see if there's anything special to see here, other than just, you know, applauding everyone that worked on it. Sean Chiplock! That explains why he did so well. I'll have to look up Alex and Michael specifically, because they sounded familiar. It was a cute little song. Yeah, I'm gonna jump straight into the second episode, because it grabbed me. It successfully grabbed me. Despite all my bitching in the beginning, I was interested. And that's, I think, the important part, isn't it? Okay, episode 2 of the Amazing Digital Circus. What's this one called? Candy Carrier Chaos. The pilot did end up intriguing me, so let's see what episode 2 has in the store. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because shows like this love doing this. Where they'll have a pilot that does hint at something more. Oh, that's so intriguing. I want to know more about that part. And then episode 2 is just the facade. I hope with all my heart that episode 2 is not just them fucking around in the digital circus. And I hope we actually kind of crack into some more of this plot. Of the interesting plot. The plot related to Pomni and her exit door to her old office. So let's see. Most obvious dream sequence, go burr. And I guess it's nice to establish that this is something Pomni is afraid of, abstracting. But it was like, we know. But also it was like, we know you know. Hang on, we're going back. I want to see if there's a message in her blocks here. A, B, C, X, T, E, a weird Q, F, N, no.
Sounds.
Bubble, you can't say that.
No.
Silver White! I'm testing out a new AI in this one. It should be 50.
So I was thinking about that long censor that Bubble said. And I'm like, I was wondering if it would have been more effective if we got to hear parts of what Bubble said. So now I wonder, like, does he make these different worlds? This is a different place. It's a different world. Because it's like a video game. It's like a different level. But how often do the others know? Do they often go to the Candyland? The elephant thing, Gummy Elephant, is also so weird because it doesn't have ears and it's freaking me out. Okay, so they've not been here before. How long have the others been here? I think that needs to be answered. What kind of toy is Pomni? Because they're all toys, you know? Even the, fucking rug monster from last time, you know, called Jack's a toy bunny. You know, we got a doll, we got a chess piece. What kind of toy is Pomni? Just vague action figure? The little gator guys are really cute.
My arms aren't short enough to shift the gear.
That was good. Oh. He seems to have fallen into, like storage, basically. Where characters are, can be until they need to be loaded in. I'm amazed that somehow I care more about this Gummy Gator man than any of the other characters. Hang on a second, this big goo monster, we haven't seen that yet. So, either the castle or the others might be attacked by big sludgy goo guy. Okay, interesting. So, Dalina, whatever her name is, she got, like, pierced by one of those spikes earlier. I didn't say anything during it, because I figured we'd get back to it. But she seems to be alright now. And I was gonna note how it's weird that she has taken, like, mortal damage in both episodes so far. I don't know, something about the doll wigs me out. She's too eager to include Pomni. Maybe she's just friendly, but it feels like there's more going on there. She doesn't just feel friendly. She feels like something's off. It's hard to explain. The goop monster.
What's that? Do my eyes deceive me?
He's giving the great mighty poo. That's all there is to say about that.
This may seem weird, but I think I know the feeling.
Before Pomni ruins this idea. So this exploration of video game characters, figuring out they're in a video game, and kind of exploring that. Yeah, that's not necessarily new. Especially in sort of analog horror adjacent mediums. Usually these sort of things explored in video games. I think Doki Doki Literature Club is a great example. But by far not the only one. And it's interesting that how well the Amazing Digital Circus is doing at exploring that. And it's not amazing because, like, the Digital Circus has been bad so far or anything. But it's the fact that this, from the get-go, I was like, this feels like a video game. It feels like I should be playing a video game. They should make a video game. And they have successfully established that video game flavor without pretending like it's a video game. And a lot of other things, like, there's a lot of other things, sort of like Petscop and other similar types of content where it's presented like somebody doing a let's play, even though there is no real game to play. That's where you see a lot of this sort of exploration. And nothing about Amazing Digital Circus presents it like found footage or a let's play. And yet it still successfully is evoking everything that it needs to present this video game world and this video game story. And because of that, it gets to explore, like, this would just be an elongated cutscene. But instead, since this whole thing is cutscene, air quotes, yeah, because it's just animated, like, I don't know, we just get to explore Mr. Crocodile here and his existential kind of crisis, in a really interesting way. I will say, Pomni just said, I feel the same way. What a bummer that this is also the least viewed part of the video here. The things that people are watching over and over seem to be all the boring shit. I don't care about these hijinks. You know, it was entertaining enough, but these parts, these droughts in views, this is the point, and it's the good stuff. So what a bummer. But yeah, Pomni just said, I understand. And she's probably gonna start up some backstory exploration about how she's not anybody important in life. She just goes to work and she doesn't have any friends or whatever. And what a boring character. And what a way to kind of trample over this interesting character's current existential dilemma. I hope I'm wrong. That is fully what I expect Pomni to start going into. I wonder if Pomni can bring the Gators to the circus. They'd still be NPCs. They're not humans like the others who were trapped in the circus. But maybe they get to keep going on in the video game. The music is nice. The music has been consistently really nice. I hope Pomni doesn't throw up in every episode.
He's gonna...
Oh, look at them playing patty cake back there. Look at them. Look at them.
Circus with us.
Oh, is that allowed?
His reality was kind of completely shattered. I feel like
I'm paying attention to what Pomni has to say, but I only have eyes for the little Gummy Gators back there.
I didn't leave the gate unlocked for nothing after all.
What? I thought he was dead. You still did that? Okay, wait. You did what now?
Well, love to help you again sometime. Bye!
Jax is an asshole. But not like even in a funny way. But like also not in like a villain way. I know he's popular, but I don't like him. He's kind of funny, but like he's a jerk. And not in a likable way. I don't like him. I don't like Jax. But I'm glad that I was worried that fucking Gummy Gator was gonna like immediately like lose his soul and despawn or something. So here's hoping that doesn't happen still.
Oh, looks like one of these guys made it through.
Wait, what?
Oh. What's the point then? The Gummy Gator. He was my favorite character. What a bummeroni episode. You know what? Who are these people? Okay. So that's the doll's hand. And one of King's hands and the ribbon guy. And that's not Jax's hand. That must be the abstract one, whose name I don't know. Jax's hand is not here. And I also believe Jax isn't even present at the funeral. Yep, he is not. Solidifying him as a bad guy. We are not supposed to like Jax. Okay, it was the bummer that I thought it was gonna be. And we've explored a little bit of the meta narrative, the grander narrative of Pomni. But it was predominantly hijinks in the circus. And it wasn't even in the circus. We were in this other level. I'd love to, this is the second, both episodes have ended by like zooming out of the circus, kind of showing the landscape, and I'd like for us to actually explore the circus. Whether that be the tent or even the pool that you can drown in that Kane mentioned at the beginning. bummer. It was a bummer. It was a bummer episode. And so far, I mean, I liked the Gator, but I wouldn't want to rewatch this one because it was less engaging and more sad. I don't know. Let's watch these credits, see if, who voiced the Gators. Oh, you can get you can get the toy of the Gator guy! I might just get that. So, yeah, it had less meat to it. It's nice to really confirm that they are in a video game, and that Pomni is familiar with the video game. I believe she probably is a dev, like a game dev. Maybe she does, QA testing. Something like that. I don't trust the doll, and Jax is for sure a villain. Other than that, though, there's not much to extrapolate. I do hope episode 3 actually focuses a bit more on the circus. The circus and or Pomni, and like this grander narrative. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I miss Gator Guy. I do hope he comes back. He was my favorite. I'm sad that he is dead. And fingers crossed episode 3. I feel like episode 3 is always when things like this really kick off. So I'm probably gonna watch that next. I might have a snack. And then I'll just jump straight into episode 3. Cause goddamn. The show is good. Despite my critiques. I can tell it's good. I can tell I'm gonna be fucking latched in. Once we just like, the second shoe needs to really drop, I think. So, yippee! Wahoo! How do I end these? I don't even know. Okay, I had a snack, and then I wanted to keep watching, so I'm back again. But whilst I had my snack, I looked up the voice cast for specifically for Jax and Kane, because I thought I recognized them. And no wonder Jax sounds like a has-been character. He's literally in the show. So, that makes sense. And then, the other one, Kane's voice actor, I'm flabbergasted. Kane is his only role on Behind the Voice Actors. He has no other roles. And I'm like, that can't be true. He's doing so well. So I hope if he wants, I hope he gets more work, because I think he's doing a good job. But, yeah. I stand by. I think the third episode for things like this is always when things get really good. So let's see if things do, in fact, pop off here. I feel like I should have something to say about that little gimmick. I do wonder if Pomni changing colors when she holds her breath will matter. Or if this is just a fun opening sequence. Ew. I wonder what Bubble just said there. It sounded like it was backwards.
What?
Like, that's a swell little joke. But I've got half a mind to... Someone has probably already done this. But I've got half a mind to record that. Just like reverse the audio and listen to it.
I can't wait for all the children in the audience to get horrible nightmares from the monster.
Bummer that we are still not exploring the circus. It's the name of the show. I want to explore this dang circus. Ew! No.
Anybody hear that?
Yucko! Ew! Gross, bad, scary, scary, and bad. Yeah!
Before you continue on your adventure, you have to choose which door you're gonna go through. The door
It's annoying how cute this guy is after he was so scary. I hope they split up. They've consistently done that, but I want to see the difference between the doors. Interesting, because I was like, how come Zooble doesn't join in? But unfortunately, like, because Zooble doesn't join in, I don't give a fuck about them. I'd like to know why, but I mean, I have to assume it's just gotta be some like it's like apathy kind of a thing.
Oh, that's... no.
Oh.
I wonder what this thing is.
My name is Baron Theodore Mildenhall. Hunting has been a hobby of mine for as long as I can remember.
Okay, I gotta make it clear. It looks like I'm smiling. That's my face contorted into a grimace. I'm grimacing because they're spooky.
You know, I'm starting to think. We could always ride this thing out.
Ew, wait, did you see that picture next to them? Look at this guy, look at this freak. Look at the fucking red-faced melty man. What's that guy called? The boiler? The boiled guy? Ew! I hope we don't see him again. Wait, hang on, we open drawers, I need to see what's in them. Ew. Okay. So we've got, like, pictures of that creepy thing that the hunter hunted that was hanging in the wall. Records to record more voice messages. Hmm. That one's just a rhino. Huh. Angels. Remember my Cain and Abel theory? Angels is the only word we can see here. That's just 2D.
Some rather inconvenient darkness.
It's amazing. Usually eyes in blackness is like when you see some pretty dang impressive animation because you only have to do the eyes. But this is, fascinatingly, quite the downgrade. This sequence in the dark is taking kind of a long time. One of the best things about the Amazing Digital Circus is how nice it looks, and this does not look nearly as nice. And the jokes are not holding it up well enough.
I think I got him. I can't see my hands.
So I didn't react because I was so frightened. I fully shut down. I hate that I've paused on this. Cause this thing's horrifying. Wow. What a weird jump scare. Cause it was such a slow, long, boring build-up. And then, like a slow build-up for its scream too? What an anomalous episode.
Whose therapy session is this again?
Oh yeah! We need to get to the bottom of your behavioral issues. I'm gonna show you some ink blots, and you're gonna say the...
I do wonder if Cain freaking out would actually be a good thing. Getting them to the void closer to the exit, perhaps. Wow, they did have 2 shots. And Kinger's being a real cool badass. Favorite, other than, of course, the Gummy Gator. 2 best characters. The Gator and King. Interesting. Oh good, we do get to see what's going on in the other door.
But she was calm enough to touch one last time before she got sent to the cellar. I'm always taken back to that moment when engulfed in darkness.
We gotta explore the cellar. And I thought about that earlier too. It's like, so there's more people down there. And they're just down there. They gotta get to the people down there. Clearly the cellar is important. Go down there. I'm tired of the adventures.
Maybe we can get through if we don't breathe.
The holding their breath thing is gonna come back. They even established that he glows in the dark. Oh my gosh. Also, Kinger just established, you know, the darkness calms him down backstory. And I recall that in the first episode we first see him, he was like hiding under like a pillow fort. He was in the dark. He made a dark room for himself to calm down in. Wow. That's an intense glow.
I just want to make sure you're doing all right. You know, we care about you.
The animation got weird. They were like moving a lot.
I'm
I wonder, can we see?
Completed the adventure and they're coming home. Quick, pretend we weren't having a therapy session.
Okay.
I wanted to see if we could see what's on the notebook, but it's pretty blurry. So, fascinating. It looks like other people were also trying to see the notebook here, by the way. What an episode! Fascinating. It was not kind of the bangerang I expected. It was just fleshing out predominantly Kinger. Which is not what I want. It was well done. I felt myself getting a little misty-eyed. The horrors were really good. It was a scary-ass episode. So that's pretty cool. It's cool to see that they can really successfully do horror. It makes me hope we get more scares in the future. But it was, at the end of the day, kind of a nothing burger episode. We established some body dysmorphia with Zubul. Which is swell, I suppose. We get a lot of Kinger backstory. But, like, it's not what I'm here for. I care about Pomni and the real world that she comes from, that we haven't seen any of since she exited through the exit door. And, you know, it's nice to get to care about everyone else, too. You know, this part was really good. And then he's like, "Are you okay?" And she, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, no, no, I'm not." But I don't know. There's only 7 episodes so far, I do believe, and like, I want to actually get to the plot again. I'm hoping it's not gonna be 5 more episodes of, this time we learn a little bit about Ragatha, and then in the next episode, let's learn about the mask one, whose name I can never remember. So it was good. It was a good episode, but I fear that we're just not focusing on the thing I find most interesting, especially since I don't like the adventures. I want to explore the circus. I don't want them to go to another level in a different world with different NPCs. I want to see the circus that they hang out in. I want to see that interesting circus. And it's frustrating that they're just not doing that. So yeah, it's like, what a double-sided coin here of being like a really good episode and also having nothing that I come for here. Let's see what their merch. Yeah, more merch. They knew everyone would be all over Kinger here. Ho hum hum ho. It's a bummer because I want to be enjoying these episodes more. And I'm just not getting any of the stuff I care about the most. I don't know. I'm hoping that episodes moving forward will explore this narrative more. But I am enjoying it. I do want to purchase. I want a Kinger. I want a Kinger toy, and I want a Gummy Goo toy. And yeah, that's it so far. That's the thing. I wish I had more to ponder, more to postulate on, but we've been given absolute scrapplets. I can't even incorporate my Cain and Abel theory into anything because episodes 2 and 3 were so disconnected from the grander narrative. That I don't know, there's nothing for me to build on, which is a huge bummeroni, but I am enjoying it, which is good. I'm not too surprised, but I'm glad, because yeah, the beginning of the pilot was a bit clunky, and now I'm glad that like I fell in, I got hooked, so grand. I'm excited to do more of these, but I'm not excited to edit them because I don't like editing. I wish I had an editor. Special shout out to my $10 patrons, Hut Mutt Bud, Messiah Complex, James Piper, Ranger Soat, and Andrew. You're all amazing. Thank you a million.